Take a look at her later. What a beast. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're at Sheringham Classic Car Show, so let's have a look at some of these old cars we've got here. Starting with this lovely red beastie. I don't really know anything about cars, so I can't tell you what these actually are. I'm just useless, I'm afraid. But I thought I would at least give you a bit of a showing. I do know what this is though. We've got a nice CJ, so these are always really cool to see, especially when they're in good nick like this, because there's not many of them in the UK, and most of the ones that have been disguised as military ones. So we're trying something a bit different today. Whilst I show you these, I'm doing narration from the future at home, and basically going to see how this comes out, I suppose. But just look at these are nice. I mean, people who do these up compared to what I do with the Jeep, they're just on a different level. I mean, if I scratch a bit of paintwork, it doesn't matter. You just get a paintbrush out and slap it on. But look at these things; they're just perfect. I love this little yellow and black one. It's cool. It's actually got stuck behind me on the way home. A lot of them got stuck behind me on the way home. But yeah, but that's a really nice place. Sheringham is. I come here a lot, and they have fantastic little events like this. I mean, just like I say, the event hasn't actually started at this point, but look how busy it is here. And that just got ridiculous later in the afternoon. Okay, we've got a nice Land Rover here, a lightweight. Apart from my Jeep, that was the only other military vehicle that turned up. But that's what you expect. Although in the paperwork for this event, they do have bits for military vehicles covering deactivated weaponry and all that sort of stuff. I do love these old vehicles, they're just smart. I thought that's worth showing you this as well, because this is all part of history. A lot of these are ancient, and some of them are just classics, like this little camper here. Everyone knows what they are. But you get a lot of cars turn up to events like this that are way older than my Jeep is. I'm particularly a fan of this.
I do love this.
There's actually a couple of these here. These are really smart.
Oh my God! Sitting in an Austin Marshall.
Just look at the inside there, that's just perfect. That would be cool to have something like this, but you know, I just don't have use for it. So this is Sheringham Seafront. Excuse the wind noise, I have turned the background sounds down, and if you hear any random mutterings from me, just ignore them as well. Yeah, it's a lovely place, so if any of you are ever out Norfolk way, have a trip to Sheringham, because that's a nice town. And they've always got events going on. I don't quite know what's with the soft toy. So this was like a nice tester as well for the camera on its gimbal and everything. Just trying to learn how to actually get remotely good footage at events. I'm slowly getting there, so please do give me feedback. But I think the setup here has come out really nice, the colours and everything. I'm really quite happy with it. I thought that it was because it was so ridiculously bright that basically we were going to end up having a completely blown out image, but I was quite surprised. This trike, this is cool. I do like this. There's a shocking lack of motorbikes at this display. There's normally a lot more motorbikes here. But these are cool, these little teardrop caravans. I had a chance to have one of these, but I turned it down and kind of regret that now. This might even be the one that I had a chance to have, because that was exactly the same as that one, but I couldn't tell you. I was going to adapt it to tow it behind my Jeep so I had somewhere nice and comfy to sleep at events, but I just figured that would look so stupidly out of place that I left it. Oh, here's another one that they're just awesome. If I was going to have like a random old car, awesome, then that would be one of them. Nice old Mini. I just don't understand how they keep the paintwork in such good condition on these old things, because I'd think they'd get marked up so easily, but that's probably just 'cause I'm used to military paint, which is awful. You look at this is awesome. The amount of effort that must be going into when they do this to get them ready to be painted and everything, and it's just uncomparable to the military stuff. The military stuff is a joke compared to the civilian stuff when it comes to the paint jobs. We all have a bit of a tendency to just slap it on. These two green ones are nice. I've actually been in randomly driving around in the Jeep before, and I've ran into these two before. We've been at the same, you know, when I'm in the Jeep we kind of got stuck next to each other. So they must be local for me to run into them in the town before on a random day. My mother wanted to buy that convertible Mini, she loved that. You always get well, only one of them here this time, but you normally get 2 or 3 of these turn up. These are really smart little things. That is a monster, that red one. I do love this. Have a look at the interior in here. That is just a nice car. I mean, I'd be scared to even sit in it. This red one's awesome as well. I mean, just look at the colour of it, that's just beautiful.
The roof and the boot lid, not so much the bonnet, but they all have these tiny little indentations because it has been in some kind of
I don't really understand on this road why they have them all parked forwards in. That would make more sense to me if they were reversed to the pavement, but never mind. This is quite smart as well. I don't think I'd quite look right driving around in one of them though. Let's have a look at the interior. Another little Mini. And a really fancy hearse. I mean, that has to be a hearse, I assume.
Here we go.
And then we've got our CJ here. So this is cool. That's in nice condition. It's had some customisation done to it. It looks pretty tidy though to me. Extra rear view mirrors and stuff on it. The paint job's really nice. Unfortunately, I didn't notice if one of the people around it was the owner. I don't think they were, so I didn't get a chance to speak to him. But that's a nice looking little CJ. That's a CJ 3A.
You alright?
Well, we're just heading up to the front. I've got
Notice the squint, mega bright. Yeah, nice Jeep. I enjoyed seeing that. And this is the last road, basically. So it's just a line of them down here. A lot of these are more like sporty things. I'm less interested in stuff like this personally. I just prefer the normal older vehicles, like the old massive American cars and stuff like that. They're more my sort of thing. I don't get a lot out of the sporty ones. There is something cool about these old cars like this Peugeot here though. I kind of like that some people have just stuff of that age and they've kept it in really good condition or done it back up. I think that's nice to see.
Oh, this is a smart old thing coming up.
And this truck up here is really cool. Big old thing.
Very cool.
Something else that I'd quite like to have is just a random truck. But if you're going to have something like this, then for me there would be no point having this over like a weapons carrier. You just get a Dodge weapons carrier. Late arrival. Standard at classic car shows. Half of them arrive late and most of them leave early. And this strange black car ahead had something hilarious in it, but I can't really tell you about it on YouTube, and we'll show you. And as I didn't get any footage of the Jeep, this is what she looked like on the day. I found that this picture someone had posted online. So that's basically it for today. I just thought I'd quickly show you that and test out this post-video narration, as it were. If you liked the video, please do give it a like, and if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. That helps me out a lot. So thanks a lot, and I will see you soon.